Hi everyone, we'll wait for some time and we'll see if people are joining. Once they join, we will start our live Q&A. Also, my internet is not stable from past few days, so there may be some reconnections. So yeah, that's there. Hi Bhagya, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. How's your course going? It's going good, sir. I am getting an idea slowly, but then till I get used to UK, like I feel like the course is going to end. Yeah, it's always like that because you have come to a very different culture, and here a lot of things are very different from what it used to be in India. So it will be there, but you'll get used to soon. And congrats on getting an internship offer. Did you opt for that internship, or are you still looking for something else? Hi Gokul. I want to know about University of Hull for masters in AI and data science. So let me quickly open the course page and then maybe I'll be able to tell you more about the course. Can't comment too much on the university itself because I don't know much, but I can tell you from the course content perspective. MSc Data Science, University of Mhm. Hi Faizan. Right, so the modules are programming for AI and data science. So I would assume that they're going to teach you Python programming in this. Yeah, so programming skill in Python, file list, variable, data type, function loop. Sounds like a good thing, because if you are someone who is not very comfortable with programming and stuff, so it's always good to have this as part of your course. But what I would suggest is these are going to be 1 month or maybe at max 3 months module, right? So it's not enough to be able to think in a way how program works. So you need to practice beforehand rather than just depending on this particular course. So it's good that they are covering, because you will get some time to adjust, but I would suggest learning programming beforehand. Next is fundamentals of data science. In that they are covering data management, classification, regression, statistical approach, data analysis. So that looks fine. The understanding of AI learning frameworks like Keras and TensorFlow, again, good thing. They are covering big data as well. What exactly are they covering in big data? Range of approach, pattern associated. They would mention it clearly, but if they are covering things like Spark, I think that's going to be good. In applied AI, yes, of course, they are covering some deep learning concepts and then classification concepts. So overall, I think the course content is good. They are covering programming, they are covering fundamentals of data science, they are covering big data, and they're also covering statistics. There is no dedicated module for statistics, but at least they are covering it in fundamentals of data science. So I think that's good. So yeah, that's what I can say. From course perspective, yeah, I think it looks all right to me. But I don't have much knowledge about the university itself. So what I would suggest is going on LinkedIn and try to find people from University of Hull and try to talk to them, asking some detailed questions like uh, any of the specific modules you can pick, or you can ask them how well the educators are. Do they teach properly? Well, one thing is that in the UK you won't have classes like what you have in India. Professors are not going to teach you everything. They may be just give you the learning material, and you will go to labs to clarify your doubts. And sometimes they may give you some walkthrough, but it will only be like a PPT, and they will just walk through that PPT. So it's not going to be like a lecture what it used to be in India. So you have to do almost everything by yourself. But still, you can ask them how good the professors are. Do they support in learning a new concept? How are the assignments? What type of assignments are given? You can ask them about the evaluation methodology. Do you have to go through an exams, or is it just purely based on coursework? So you can ask those questions to people who have done their masters in data science from this university. But as for course content, yeah, it looks good. I'm still looking for something else. He told me to sign the contract, so I'm thinking still. I asked him to give 2 days. Okay. Hi Sandeep. Hi, my query is regarding the data science job market. Is it stable, and is it good to have knowledge of D3.js and MATLAB apart from Python and R as part of data science? So, to answer your first question, um, I'm not sure what do you mean by stable market, because if there are lots and lots of jobs, but then there's still volatility in the market, that maybe after some time they feel like they don't need that position, so they can lay off people. So it can happen still. You will have probationary period of 6 months, so that is there. So maybe first 6 months won't be that stable, but once you are past that period, then I think yes, you should be fine. But still there are a lot of variables, and because economy is not really in good shape as of now. Yes, it is starting to look a bit better. I don't know about the number of jobs. I think the new post would have come. I will quickly go to Office of National Statistics to see how many vacancies are there. Is it increasing or decreasing? But if it is still decreasing, then yeah, it is still on a downward trajectory. So the number of jobs in the market is still falling, but there are number of jobs. It's not like jobs are not there. It's just it is bit uh, competitive, because there are so many people who are in the job market. A lot of people have completed their masters in data science and other courses as well in past couple of years in the UK. So the job market is quite competitive, but there are jobs, yes. And about D3.js, it's a really good JavaScript library for visualization. So if you know that, yes, it is going to help you for sure. MATLAB, maybe it is good in research field, but in industry, people hardly use MATLAB. Uh, I'm not saying that people don't use MATLAB at all. Yes, having knowledge of MATLAB is good, but if you can spend that time in learning probably D3.js, or if you are not really comfortable with Python, I think I would suggest uh, improving those skills than spending additional time on MATLAB. But if you already have knowledge of D3.js and MATLAB, then yes, it is definitely going to help you. I'm studying in University of Essex. The way of teaching is totally different. How to learn and manage things? Any idea, bro? Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's very different here. They don't really teach much in classes, so you'll have to do all the work on your own. One thing what I can suggest is before any lecture, they provide you the learning material, so you can go through the learning material beforehand, and you can prepare all your questions, doubts uh, for that particular lecture. And in that lecture, when an educator is teaching that particular concept, if they are teaching, you can ask those questions in that. If not, then of course you will go to the labs and stuff, or doubt clearing session, and there you can ask them those queries. But if you think that the material which they have provided is not sufficient enough to learn, then of course you can learn from open source material like machine learning mastery. I really like their articles. You on YouTube, you have so many things. So yes, you can try to look into some open source material. You don't really have to rely solely on the material provided by the university. But if you're not able to understand a particular concept, you can always ask your professors. And I think you will also have some PhD students helping you. So you can ask those PhD students as well. I think they will know much more about uh, nitty gritty of any algorithm than professors. So yeah, you can ask them, but there is no harm in asking professors as well, right? So you can ask these concepts to them too. Welcome, Gokul. The same was happening with me in the last week. Keep a routine a day before. Yeah. Anyone's watching India Pakistan match? Yes, it's true. It's better to come little prepared in advance before coming for the master's program, because even I heard a lot that they will not teach like in university. Exactly, Bijay. It's very different from what we have in India. Oh, that's good to know. Now India has taken some wickets, so looks like India is in a better position now. 169 for six. And Bhagya, I will prepare those questions which we were talking in last live Q&A, where you can probably come on channel and share your experience on how you prepare for your application and things like that. So I'm in a bit of a tight situation right now. I'm not really getting enough time to do other things. So as soon as I have some time, I will prepare those questions and I will send it to you so that you feel comfortable about those questions, and then we can discuss that um, over a Zoom call or something like that. Because I think that will help quite a lot of people. I do have all those kind of videos on my channel, but it's been like what, 2 years now since I made those videos. So I think it would be nice to have updated one, and you have done those things recently, so it will all be fresh for you. So I will contact you on LinkedIn, and then we can schedule something. Do you get visa sponsorship during probation period or after? You can get during probation, but most of the times it is after your probationary period. There is no rule like you can't get sponsorship during probationary period. It's just companies want to be on a safer side, so they see performance of the candidate on a probationary period, and then if they feel happy they can provide them the sponsorship. But if they think they need to evaluate it for a little longer, then maybe after a year or two, if you perform well, then yeah, you will be able to get a sponsorship. When to start looking for internship, as my course will be starting in January intake? You can start looking for internship as soon as you can, but the thing is, you need to be comfortable with all the other things, because, like we discussed in this live Q&A, things are very different here. It will take some time to get used to. So if you feel comfortable from the get-go, then you can apply for internships and things like that. But if you feel like uh, you're finding it hard to manage everything, in that case I will suggest giving it a month or so, and then you will start to feel comfortable with your course, with your routine and things like that, and then you can start applying for internships. Between rather than my course, is there any skills that I have to learn? um I'm assuming that university will provide some type of uh, cloud infrastructure to you to do your assignments and data science programs. So make good use of it. Don't just use it to do your assignments. Try to tinker around a lot of different things. Try to see how different things work, what all services are there to offer. If they are providing you AWS, well and good, but I think most of the universities, they provide Azure, because they already have a lot of Microsoft tools in the university. So it only makes sense for them to use um, Azure. But some of the universities, they also provide Databricks, AWS, GCP, things like that. So if you have those tools in your university, I would suggest using them uh, using them to the fullest, and get get some good knowledge about those platforms. And also, if you can take some cloud certification, that would be really good. Apart from that, I think most of the things will be covered in the university. If you feel like the projects which are being given to you in your course, they are not challenging enough, then you can maybe do some projects on your own. So yeah, that's what I can suggest. Sorry, I'm really finding it difficult to look for internship opportunities. Um, if you're finding difficult, I mean, it is difficult, yes. I totally get it. It's not like there is an easy way to just find internship, but there are a few things that I can suggest. You can look for internship within the university. So you can probably talk to some of your professors. You can talk to some of your PhD colleagues. So you can ask them, are there any research work going on, or are there any available position within the university? You can ask professors. They do quite a lot of research work, and if there are some opportunities where you can work part-time on those projects as an intern, so you should be able to find something within the university. But again, it's not easy to find internship. I totally get it. And then again, you can go to meetups. There you may be able to find something. So yeah, those are the things which you can probably try. Yes, I'm also thinking the same because I don't know how hectic it would be to manage everything. Yeah, exactly. Just give yourself some time. Don't rush to do a lot of things at once, because it never goes it never goes properly, right? So just give yourself some time. Come here, see how things are, try to get adjusted into uh, the environment, into your course, and once you feel comfortable, then you will be able to find something. You're welcome, Vijay. I feel like only weekends are sunny. Yeah, you could say so. I go to office on Thursdays, and every Thursday it will be raining, and it's so annoying. And on weekends, yes, it is relatively sunny. And when you plan to go out on weekends, it will start raining. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, but yeah, sometimes you do get sunny days like today and probably tomorrow as well. So I would say make most out of uh, these sunny days. And like you already would have noticed, here we get less sunlight, so you will be lacking vitamins. So I would suggest anyone who is coming here to take multivitamin tablets or anything like that, right? Just to keep those things balanced. Also, after coming here, you will have to do almost everything by yourself if you're not doing it already in India. So you may not you may not eat properly for a certain time or maybe ever. So yeah, it's good to take those supplements and things like that to keep everything balanced in your body. Yeah, true. It was 6 degree in evening. We planned to go out but cancelled. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened. Like in past week or so, the temperature dropped quite significantly. Um, I was going to office on Thursday, and when I stepped out of my house, I was like, "Damn, this is cold." Because day before that it was all right, and suddenly temperature dropped quite a lot. And I think it is showing in Newcastle probably tomorrow the temperature. Today also the minimum temperature was 1 degree Celsius. Tomorrow it's 2 degrees Celsius. On Monday it's 1 degree Celsius. So yeah, temperature dropped quite significantly. What is the future of data science? Should I come to UK to study? That's a good question, considering there are so many things happening in this field. The only thing is, if you are uh, keeping yourself up to date, if you are learning all the new tools and techniques, but also you need to make sure that your fundamentals are strong. And by fundamentals, what I mean is programming, statistics, and traditional machine learning algorithms. So if you understand, and also of course building blocks of deep learning. So if you understand those things properly, whatever new comes, you will be able to build upon that. And if you're keeping yourself up to date with all the recent advancements, I think you should be fine, because as you can see, data is growing every single day. And all the companies are now trying to make decision based on data uh, rather than just some statistical analysis. So yes, you will find quite a lot of scope in data science in the future, but then you need to be up to date with everything. And at times it can be really hard to keep yourself up to date, but this is the nature of data science. If you can't keep yourself up to date, I think you will be left behind, and then it will become really hard to be relevant in data science job market. But if you are able to keep yourself up to date, I think you should be fine. Yeah, but then I believe one apple a day keeps doctor away. Yeah, if that can keep doctor away, yes, by all means, uh, go for one apple a day. I recently started my master's in AI at Sussex. Any tips or something? One very most important tip that I can give you is do your assignments on time, if possible, well before time, because code is not everything. If you want to get good marks, you need to write good report as well. And the good thing about report is I don't find it to be completely waste of time, simply because when you write report, you try to understand what you have done. Because if you just want to do a project, forget about report writing and things like that. You just want to do the project, whatever is given to you. You can find literally everything on internet. You just need to do Google search, and you will be able to find snippets, and when you put snippets together, your project is done. So so that is the easy part. But when you have to write report, you have to explain what you have done, why you have done, and that's when you start to do research, and that's when you actually learn things. So give time to writing reports. um, Most of your marks will come from there. And uh, always submit your assignments on time. Do not keep anything for uh, next semester or for next module, because once the assignments for next module comes, it becomes really really hard to cope up with both the projects, both the assignments. So yeah, that's the most important things. Submit your assignments on time. Next thing is, like we were discussing earlier, if you weren't here, um, give yourself some time to adjust. Don't force yourself to do a lot of things at once. because that will not help you. Give yourself some time. So that is the second thing. Next, if you don't have cloud computing in your course, and by cloud computing I don't mean you need to understand about the pricing, infrastructure, and all those kind of things, how to set up clusters and things like that. Yes, if you can learn all those things, then yes, it's good. But if cloud computing is not there in your course, I would suggest learning about AWS, Azure, GCP, whichever you feel comfortable. Learn any cloud platform. It is going to help you in future. So yeah, those are the few things. There can be a lot of different things, but that's what I can think of right now. Can you suggest some courses to go through, like, that helped you? Because I have ECE background. I know basics of coding, fine in maths. Right. So I had taken applied AI course long back, but we don't have that course anymore. And now it has become quite expensive because they have merged with Scalar. And I won't suggest spending that much money on a course. There are some affordable courses like iNeuron, and the course is good. They teach everything properly. I personally prefer self-paced courses, but I think iNeuron has uh, live teaching, which I'm not a big fan of, but as long as it works for you. So yeah, you can probably look into that. Or if you are very new to data science, you can go for Udemy courses as well, um, because there you will be able to understand what exactly data science is, uh, how machine learning algorithm works, maybe not the nitty gritty of it, but how it actually works. So if you learn that, I think that will help you in your course. And while doing that Udemy course, you will be doing some projects as well, so you will understand uh, end-to-end project or end-to-end life cycle of data science. So you can go for that as well. So what you're looking for, based on that you can choose a course. But if you have, like, I'm not sure what is the price of courses right now for iNeuron, but as far as I recall, like couple of years back, it used to be 6-7 thousand for machine learning course, around same for deep learning module, something like that, or for data science as well. So it used to be like that. If you are willing to spend that much, I think it is totally worth going for those courses. So I have 5-6 months. I should learn and make some projects, and then only. Yeah. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, it's not just about market. It's about, even if the market is good, but you don't have the skills, it's next to impossible to find a job. Even if you get hired, you may get layoff after probationary period or even within the probationary period. So it's not about the job market, it's about learning and also making sure that the course is not too difficult. So like the master's course, because when you think about it, it's a master's course. They expect you to know a few things, but the good thing about UK is they don't expect people to know anything, because a lot of people come from a lot of different background. So considering that, yes, it's good. uh, but sometimes you will feel like uh, the way they are teaching, it's not good enough, because you are not able to understand. And here teaching is very different. You have to do everything by yourself. So it's always good to be prepared beforehand. As for job market, like I told you, uh, you need to have skills and knowledge to get a job, which is quite obvious. I have 1 year of experience as a software developer in India. So on basis of that, am I eligible to get a part-time job in same? I mean, they are gonna. Yes, of course, you should be able to find something, and you do have experience. So yes, if it is relevant for any opening, I think you should be able to find something. Thanks for your. You're most welcome, Shubham. Yeah, I am taking medicine, but uh, yeah, couple of weeks back, I also had fever, running nose, things like that. It's all good now. It's just the throat. It takes time to. Sorry. Yeah, it takes time. Hopefully, it should be fine in a week time, maybe. But yeah, thanks, mate. Well, if we don't have any more questions, we can call it a day, and hopefully, I will see you guys next Saturday, 12 p.m. UK time, as usual. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye. Enjoy India Pakistan match if you are watching.